Hi everyone and welcome back. I guess I really should say I'm welcoming myself back because it's been a while since I put together a video, especially on my trains. I've been helping a friend of mine wire his new layout, and it kind of revitalized my interest in the trains, and in particular an old program I started to develop for radio frequency identification. You know, the little tags that you see in the store that they just run the scan reader over. I've seen that uh, around for model trains, but I've never found one that I really like. So I started developing one of my own, and then life got real busy for me. A lot of things changed in my world, and it was tabled. But now I kind of got back into it, and I thought, I need to finish that. So here it is. It's called radio frequency identification, right? Uh, Actually, the full name, I guess, is serial RFID. And this little video is just going to be an introductory to you. I'll have other videos that go into more details on it. You can watch them if you're interested. So basically what this program does is it takes miniature tags. Let me show you some here. Here's a roll of them. So these little miniature tags, you just peel one off and it's a real thin little paper-like device, but it has a chip in it. It's self-adhesive, and you stick it onto the bottom of your car. And then you can program it. In more severe applications where there's a lot of metal, uh, I'll, later I'll be demonstrating with an old cheap um, O-gauge car like you might give your kids at Christmas. Uh, you may have to buy the little pricier ones. The paper ones are less than $1 each. These are less than $2 each. What makes these unique is that they have a backing plate on them that protects it from the metal, that allows the antenna to be seen without being absorbed into the metal. So two types available. Each one works fine. Just the application you've got to put it on. Now, let's go over this little file. I'm not going to read it all to you. You can freeze frame it and read it if you want. Right. But basically, I give you a liquid crystal display that shows you the following information. What type of what type of car it is, what color it is, what the road number and road name and road number is, along with the owner. Now I found out as I developed this that there's a limitation on the character size that I could store in one segment on these little cards, or little tags, I should say. So I originally had developed this with road name and road number all in the same line. Well, to give you more room, I broke that down. So now you can say it's 1, 2, 3 is road name and 4 is road number. Then line 5 would be the owner. And I put the owner on this tag because a lot of times if you're running ops or if you're a club member, there are other people that have the exact same piece of rolling stock as you. And so when it's time to pick up and go home, whose piece of stock belongs to whom? So you can roll it over to the reader and you can find out the owner's name, and everybody gets to take home their personal piece of stock. I also, it's not directly linked to JMRI, but I do have what I like to call a hook into the JMRI XML files. So if you're using JMRI, you can pull in all that data into this program, my program here, and you don't have to retype all that information manually, which is a nice feature, I think, because a lot of you do use JMRI. So you can pull it in and then just program the tag and use it in my program. And you do that by linking into the XML files. I'll get into that again in another video. But since if you do have JMRI already installed, running my program is real simple because it's Java based. You already have Java installed and you're running JMRI. My file will pop right on your computer and run. The heart of the hardware is an Arduino Nano. So you're going to have to make one modification in each one of those nano chips. You have to change the address. And that only stands to reason, right? You can't have them all on the network all with the same address because you're going to get a lot of people chatting at the same time. And I'll show you how to do that as well. But that covers basically the introduction. I just want to take time to cover a little bit about the licensing. I licensed the software under MIT, which you can freeze and read this if you want. But basically all it's going to tell you is you're free to do whatever you want with this program, this software. You can sell it, you can put it in your package, you can share it with friends, you can modify it, you can do whatever you want with it, as long as you put it under the MIT license so that everybody else is free to do it too. So just take a minute and read that. That covers the software. And basically here under this hardware license, I ask you to do the same thing. So basically I'm just telling you, you can modify it, you can use it, you can distribute it, right? You can give it to third parties, you can sell it, again, whatever you want, but it has to be under the same license so that everybody else can do the same thing. And that's in the free spirit of sharing. This is a model train program. It's for hobbyists. We don't, we need our manufacturers, our cottage industry, so to speak, to support us because not all of us have time or talent to build this stuff ourselves. Let them package it for you, let them improve on it, let them make a little money. That's fine, right? But it's out there. Anybody that says, hey, I have an idea, let's try it out. It's all in the spirit of sharing and enjoying the hobby. So that's why I've licensed it this way. So I've pretty much covered what I wanted to say in the way of an introductory. So I'll close this one out and get started on the other videos to show you how to use all this. Thank you.